Flosstube, and welcome to my channel. I'm Natalie and this is Home Sweet Home Handmade, and this is my channel where I chat to you about my cross stitch. Today is Sunday the 2nd of February and this is Flosstube 68. So I've got quite a lot to show you today. So if you haven't already done so, grab yourself a cuppa and you're stitching and spend some time with me. So what I've got to show you today is I'm going to show you my couple of Christmas stitchy gifts that I got, better late than never. Emily's stitching gifts as well, and the whips. I've been working on my 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿 whips and I've got a finish as well. So let's start off with Emily's stitched gifts, which came in this amazing box. And if you're new here, Emily is my sister, and on Instagram she is stitching from Gnome Cottage. Which looks like a book. And as the winter one was just there, I'll show you that one first. So she did me 4 smalls for each season, and this is Mr. Fox for winter. The boys are running around as well, Percy and Simon, so you might hear some background noise. Look how cute he is. She said that stitching on the fox was a bit of a nightmare, and if you need to know what any of these patterns are that she stitched me, just leave a note in the comments and I will ask her. We are hoping to film a little video together next weekend when I see her. And then she did a very cute fabric on the back and a felt heart with a snowflake. So that's the winter one. Isn't he cute? I love his little scarf. Then there'll be a little bit of rustling because they're in tissue paper, so bear with me. I don't know what order I'm getting these out. And look at the tissue paper. Look, crackers. So I believe this is the summer one. So she stitched these little smalls for me because I have that little corner cabinet that you can see there. And that there, I can't point to it, there, that was an amazing stitchy gift from a really good friend. I haven't asked her if I could show it, so I'll ask her and then I'll show you on my next Flosstube. She gave me that for Christmas. So this is the summer one that Emily did. They're all stitched on linen. Don't know what count she uses. Look at that bee. And I absolutely love the fabric on the back here and the way she's done the finish on the back. So that's summer. This is spring. I absolutely love this. Look at that. And look at the tiny, tiny stitches. I think that is 40 count. Am I right, Em? But I love everything about this. I love the variegated thread in the spring. So yeah, that's going to look wonderful sat on there for spring. So look at the bunnies. Very cute, and it's sort of like a pale green fabric. Do you know what? I think that might be 𝐥𝐤𝐤. I think that might be 20 count 𝐥𝐤𝐤. I'll have to ask her. I love that frame. So that is spring. So we've had winter, spring and summer, and we've just got autumn left. It's really handy having this storage box as well. So I absolutely love this. She wasn't very happy with it, but I don't know what she means. It's absolutely stunning. And this is from 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿, the blue flower. And she's backed it on a canvas. And again, it's going to look beautiful up there in the autumn. Bit of thread. With this dark cherry wood and the caps of the acorns. So aren't I lucky to get 4? When I see you next weekend when I'm with Emily, I will get her to bring out the stitchy gift that I made for her. It was that scene with the summer clothes. I'll put a picture in here, the finish, but it would be nice to show you in the camera how it finished. She said that she didn't really enjoy stitching the fox, and I said the dress was the beast for me. So yeah, so we both had challenging stitches for Christmas 2024. But I wasn't expecting 4 finishes, and it is beautiful, and her stitching is absolutely stunning. So yeah, so they were my Christmas stitching gifts from my sister Emily. And Mr. Fox will go back up there afterwards. Going to take a quick slurp of my coffee. It's a lovely day today. It's 11:25. I tend to have a bit of a slow morning on a Sunday, and yeah, it's really sunny, but we've had a frost again overnight, so it is a little bit chilly. So I'm going to show you the 2 stitchy gifts that I got for Christmas from my mother-in-law and from my husband's auntie. So I did put this on my wish list, so I didn't know if I was going to get it or who was going to get it, but I got from my husband's auntie this Bothy Threads kit called Little Wren. and it's from artwork by Madeline Floyd, and I think it's beautiful. There is other bird ones as well that they do. So this one comes, it's a full kit, 14 count Ada, and I think they use DMC. So it uses cross stitch, back stitch and French knots, which are probably for the bird's eye. Oh, and probably in here as well. My French knots aren't the best. I'll see what they look like. But yeah, and I love this cardboard packaging that they do now. It's great. So that's Little Wren by Bothy Threads. I'm not sure when I'm going to start that one. And then the other one that I put on my wish list, and my mother-in-law bought me, I'm keeping it in, it's got a jingle bell on the bag and I have to put it in there because the boys get it. I'm keeping it in this amazing bag from Rachel, who, you know, I have a lot of her bags. And it's got this lovely gingham on the back and her label. So in here, quite appropriate for the bag, is, and I believe this came out in their winter collection. So it is Bothy Threads Festive Hot Chocolate from artwork by Letters by Julia. Look at that. So how appropriate to be keeping it in the hot chocolate bag. So I don't think I've got any whips at the moment that are on black Ada, because I am an Ada stitcher. So yeah, I'm going to, I think I've planned to start this for Christmas in July. I just love it. I love the lettering here. And I love hot chocolate as well, so that's very appropriate. And again, this is 14 count black 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤𝐞 Ada, DMC threads, cross stitch, back stitch and French knots. And the finished design is 18 centimetres by 26, so not a huge stitch, and lettering does tend to go quite quickly. And then at Christmas I always buy myself a gift as well, and I blame Lara from I Stitch Birds for this, because I was watching her progress on her Flosstubes with this project and I just fell in love with it. And we have a sort of coastal seaside themed wall in our bathroom, and Emily stitched me this picture. I'll put a picture in here, photo in here, one year, which I absolutely love. It says Silver Creek Samplers. So I picked this up, I managed to find it. It took me a little bit of tracking down, but it's the seagull one, and it's with the flavour of salt, wind and sea. And what sold this for me, I'm not looking forward to like this bit, but is the reflection of him looking through the window. It's hilarious. So yeah, I managed to find this on Etsy from, sorry, I've got a cat hair on my eyelash. From a German shop. And it was quite reasonable. The shipping was a little bit more, but I just couldn't find it anywhere, because I think it's been very popular. I don't know if it's retired, but yeah. And it's got that lovely Rustico Ada. I don't know what, it's 16 count and it's DMC threads. So this is going to look great on my coastal theme wall. So Laura, I'm going to be stitching this pesky pigeon, and I'm not sure when I'm going to start that, but definitely this year. So that was my Christmas gift to myself. Right, we can now get on with the whips, and if you watched my last episode, which was a Flosstube extra, and it was Valentine's themed, and I pulled out 3 charts that I thought that I might make a start on, and I've got a finish on one. So I decided to start this one first, from Pine Mountain Designs, and it's this little stamp, and it comes as a kit, so you get this pillow, you get the aider and the threads and a needle. So here it is, and I'm really chuffed with that. It didn't take me, I've already got cat hair on it, look. It didn't take me very long at all to stitch, so that's going to go up straight away in my little corner cupboard for February. I haven't got, this is my first Valentine's stitch, so yes, that'll go up straight away, but I just love it. I love the little quirky faces. So as I say, these Pine Mountain Designs kits come with everything, and you literally just slip the aider in. So as I've done this one, I'm going to give away this chart today. Obviously I've used all the kit things, but it has got, it's DMC. So that's a really quick stitch. So if you would like to be in with a chance of winning this chart, and I will ship it anywhere, please be over 18. Don't say giveaway or prize or win or anything like that. And I'd love it if you were a subscriber and like the video. So if you can say the word love, and I'll look for that word and draw it for next time. I'll try and come back. Well, I'll draw it and I'll call it next weekend, so that it may get in the post to you, so you can make a start. Obviously, if you're overseas, it probably won't get to you in time for Valentine's Day, but you'll have it ready to stitch for next year. So that's my little finish, my little Valentine's finish. And one thing I did change was, obviously it says 2 cents because this is an American chart, and because we've got pounds and pence in the UK, I changed it to 2 pence, and I really wish the stamps were 2 pence because they're not, and I believe the stamp prices are going up again in April, which is a bit of a pain because I am a big letter writer, but it won't stop me. So yeah, so when I finish this, I'm going to put this up there. I'm going to put Emily's fox back because it's still very chilly, so that's going to stay a bit longer until I bring a few spring things out. But yeah, I'm enjoying stitching on these little smalls, seasonal smalls, to go in my cupboard. So that's my, well, I guess it's a fully finished object. Right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐿, and that is a variation on Jessie Marie Does Stuff 𝐦𝐸𝐤𝐞 challenge. Just trying to find my board. There it is. So when I was over in the States the end of last year, Donna Ray, she very kindly printed mine off. So we have picked 12 projects, and it's me, Donna Ray from Flannel Jammy's Farm, Amy from Amy Loves Toads, and my sister are doing 𝐦𝐸𝐸𝐿. And it was Greg that called on the 1st of February, yesterday, along with Percy's help. And they picked number 5, which is Mr. Darcy. But January's pick was 𝐬𝐤𝐬𝐿's Prairie Flowers. So I'll show you that first. I didn't pick this up until about the middle of January. I was very naughty because I went wrong on it and I had to do quite a bit of frogging to start with, which put me off. So sorry about the glare, but that's 𝐬𝐤𝐬𝐿's Prairie Flowers. And I believe this came out at market last year. And I'm stitching this on a piece, because I put the label up there, on a piece of 16 count white chocolate Aida from 123 stitch. And I'm using all of the called for classic colourworks, if I can find them. Oh please, there they are, all in a tangled mess, but all together. And that orange is Pumpkin Harvest, and you think, ooh, I don't really like that in this picture, but it really works. So I frogged out my mistake, and this is where I've got to. So I had to frog out most of this side because it was all wrong, and as it's symmetrical, I just couldn't fudge it. So I put all that back in. I put these and this. So it's not a huge piece, so that is going to be at the bottom here. And look at that orange, it does work, doesn't it? Lovely. So although this was a 𝐦𝐤𝐵𝐿 call for January, I'm going to try and put a bit more in this in February. I'll put the motifs in the middle, and I'll try and go round putting this one in. But isn't that beautiful? It's got like a real cottagecore feel to it. Maybe a sort of like arts and crafts, William Morris inspired. I particularly love, well, that's cherry cobbler. And I'll just check what that pink is, because it's beautiful. If I can find it in amongst the mess. Tennessee red clay, that's what it is. And that is stunning, the variegation on that pink. And cherry cobbler is always one of my favourite colours. So that was my 𝐦𝐵𝐿 call for January. And then, as I said, my 𝐦𝐵𝐿 call for February is Mr. Darcy, which I'm keeping in this lovely floral bag that Donna Ray gave me for one Christmas. And this is so close to a finish. And I saw on Instagram that Rachel, Made by Rachel, my favourite bag maker, is stitching this as well. So she's made a start on it. And it's from Miss Prim Cross Stitch Designs by Rhonda. And you've seen this. I've been stitching on this for way too long. So I need to finish this white off in his trousers and the lettering. And then I've done. So I just need to get my act together and stitch on this. And I've used all threads from Stash. I do know that his wings are Classic Colourworks Golden Rod. And I think his jacket is Tennessee red clay as well. So that's where I am. And I just absolutely love this. And it's very fitting that I'm going to be finishing this year, 2025, with the 250th anniversary for Jane Austen this year, so that'll be great. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish that hanging thread on his trousers, and then I'm going to dip down to the words, and then I'm going to try and pick this up every day, do a row of white and then do a couple of letters, and then it'll soon be done. I don't know what 𝐥𝐤𝐤 this is, sort of like a bluey grey, and I think it's a 16 count. And yeah, I've got some what am I trying to say, Jane Austen inspired fabric that is light in my Etsy, on my Etsy website page profile, to back this, to make it into a Pride and Prejudice Jane Austen themed cushion. But I just love that. I love anything that is slightly weird, whimsical, and you know also my love of animals in clothes as well. And wouldn't this look great when it's finished alongside my Stacey Nash Clementine cat, aka Betsy cat? So yeah, so let's, fingers and toes and everything crossed for a finish in February for this one. And I'll be cheering Rachel on as well with her new start. Just gonna have another sip of coffee. I need to hurry up. I've got a pile of whips here and we'll be here all day. Right, the next one, I'm going in no particular order now, is another Made by Rachel bag. It's this lovely floral one, and this is a gift for a friend who is celebrating a 70th birthday in June, I believe, May or June. I have to check the calendar. So it is 𝐤𝐤𝐤 Designs baking tier, and I am using threads from Stash, but based on those colours. What fabric am I using? Oh, I'm using a 14 count 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 in the colour nougat or nugget, however you wish to say it. And it's not going to be quite as big as I thought. So I've got the top tier done there, so you can see I'm sort of loosely basing my threads from Stash on the cord for. Yeah. So I'd like to work on this next tier in February and then drop down and do the white pedestal as well. So this will be staying out because I don't want to do any last minute stitching, stress stitching again. And talking of gift stitching, I have picked the project that I'm going to do for Emily for this Christmas. I've got the fabric and threads ready. Haven't made a start, but I will do for probably not next weekend because obviously I'm with her, but I'll show you in the Flosstube after that. So that's my 𝐤𝐤𝐤 Designs baking tier. Also in here, because you know what I'm like, I like to double up and put loads of things in my project bags, is this, and I thought about stitching it on the other part of that nougat 𝐤𝐤𝐤, is this Hello Spring, and I'm not even going to attempt who it's by because it's in French. There we go. Isn't that the sweetest? And I picked this chart up in December because I'm having a low spend year, from The Beautiful Stitch, who I will link below in my description box. I just love that, the little robin. So I might start that for next time. Yeah, so any Flosstubers I mention and any shops, they will all be clickable links in my description box below. And I've also enabled my super thanks button as well, which you will see with the little heart. So if you would like to support this channel, I'd really appreciate it. Just click on that. But I really appreciate you being here. So the next one is a very, very old whip. I don't know when I started this, ages ago. And I'm keeping it in this project wallet, and it's chips. And I have got a before photo, so I'll pop it in here. And it is a project from Cross Stitcher magazine, issue 258, October 2012. It's that one. And it is the fox cushion. And I was just thinking about the old whips I had, and this one came into my mind, and I just thought I want to stitch on that. And it's Sweet Dreams by Maria Diaz. So as you can see from my before photo, I didn't have a great deal stitch. I had an ear, I think. So I pulled it out, and I'm using the cord for DMC. And this is where I've got to. So I went with outlining and managed to put that in, so I can start doing a bit of the filling as well. So I might, when I pick this up again, I might do the little baby fox's face, because that'll be quite cute. So I think this is just on a piece of 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤 14 count Ada, but isn't that cute? I need to get these older whips pushed along this year. And I've also got some fabric in here that I've picked out for backing fabric, because I'm going to make it into cushion. I don't know if I'm going to do it oval or square. I've got that ready. So yeah, I'm pleased that I managed to outline as much as I did. And I'm putting away as I go, because otherwise we're going to end up in a bit of a pickle and not know what belongs with what. So that's Sweet Dreams by Maria Diaz from Cross Stitcher, issue 258, October 2012. And that's probably when I started it. Put that back down there. Right, I need to pick up the pace. The next one is my 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐤𝐿 from 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤 Stitching. And I'm doing this as it will be a cushion, and I'm doing this as a memory for our visit to Williamsburg. And it will also be a memory of going to Liberty Hill Needleworks and actually meeting Megan from 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤 Stitching, who designed this. So I'm on the red pineapple. And this is a piece of, I think it's 16 count. Have I got the tag in here? Just have a look. No, I know it's 16 count Charles Craft Ada. So I've got a bit more. When I first showed it, I just had those middle leaves in. So, and I have got some backing fabric for this as well that I picked up in Hobby Lobby. So, and it's nice to be stitching sort of monochrome. You know the word, with one thread. So this is DMC 666. So that's my American cushion, a Williamsburg welcome with the 3 pineapples. And as I told you before, pineapples are very popular in colonial Williamsburg, as they used to put them on their windowsills and doorsteps so that friends and neighbours would know that the mariner was home from their sea trips, and as a welcome, and really because they were very unusual at that time, to show wealth and welcome as well. So in this little cute bag that I got from Made in Lincolnshire shop in Lincoln, I'm keeping a Mill Hill, and the one that I started is Spring Bouquet, Spring Ahead, because we're all thinking about spring at the moment, aren't we? So I stalled a bit on this one. I find with Mill Hills, I love them, but I have to be in the mood to stitch them. Where are you? Where are you? Come out, there it is. So that's where I am so far. Let me just put something behind it. So yeah, so I've got the top bit done. I started putting some beads in and the wording. I just need to drop down and do the white. So when I'm in the mood for doing a Mill Hill, I'll pick that one up. And I've got one of the magnetic frames for doing this size of Mill Hill. From, is it Wonder Stitch? Yeah, I think so, or Wondercraft, from Ukraine anyway. I've got mine from Mary at 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿. And I've also got one of their bead holders as well. And it's in the shape of a cat. And it's magnetic. So that's my Mill Hill. So when I get the urge to stitch on a Mill Hill, I will pick this one back up. Right, next is in a Pauline Sobey bags. Look at that, I couldn't resist the kitties on this. And this was a complete, I need to start this. And I've got a very small start, but I just wanted to make a start on it when I was looking through my stash kits, because it just makes me laugh. And it is an RTO kit called Geranium on the Windowsill. There'll be a lot of cat themed stitches you'll see. So yeah, and that could be Simon, because he's quite naughty. So I've started right at the tip of the tail, and I haven't got very much done on this, but I've made a start. And you wouldn't believe how many colour changes are in that tip of that tail. And look at all these little stitches. I'll have to be careful not to travel, because you'll see those. As I say, very, very small start. I'm using the kit fabric and the kit threads. Wait for it. There we go. His little tail. But I just wanted this to be my whip pile and to have started it, because it's such a great chart. And I know Laura from My Stitch Birds really likes this one as well. What makes me really laugh is his little toes. I'm saying a he. Cute. So, also in here, because of my doubling up on projects, is I've got this one. I don't know why I've put this in here, but I think I maybe want to start this year. And I will have to have a look at translating this for what the chart is called, but it's a Jardin Privé, and it's this one. It's the alphabet, and I just love it. I love the little scene at the bottom with the little car and the caravan and the beach huts. And yeah, in dropping things, in the little sign there, it says that, but I might change that to English. Cat, chicken, Laura, bee, love it. So I've got this in here. I don't know when I'm going to start this. And I've got this piece of, it's fabric flare, I know that. And I think this is autumn colours. And it is a huge piece. Huge. So, yeah. So I know this is going to be a start this year. And it feels very much like a sort of late spring, summer. And I like the fact that when you stitch it, every single little motif will feel like a little finish. So yeah, whimsical, right up my street. So that's those. How many have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one I'm going to show you must be picked up today, because I'm already lagging behind. And it is my yearly stitch, and it is a Design Works kit called Coffee Break. So it's 12 coffees. Obviously I'm doing one a month. Well, doing catch up already. So I've started on this one, coffee, and then February's is Shot in the Dark. So I'm using all the called for fabric and threads that was in the kit. And this is where I am. I've just got to do the cup. So I need to get on with it. I know that I will probably fall behind. Well, I have done now, but I want to try and sort of keep this on track. Quite a lot of back stitching, but I don't mind back stitching. I quite enjoy it. But yeah. Right. Then in here is, I think this is a new start since I last saw you. Yes, it is. And this is a really, really old kit that I had in my stash. And it was just calling to me, so I decided to start it. I'm going to try and find what year it's from. It's a hand-drawn chart, that's how old it is. And it's from 1989. And it's from Barbara Thompson Designs. And it's the drawing, it's a drawing room. And that is it. And don't ask me what it is about this that I like. I think it's just the colours, the fireplace definitely, and that wouldn't it be great just to sit in that cosy armchair and stitch. So yeah, so I did a bit of research about Barbara Thompson designs because I'd never heard of them, and it says Northumberland up there, but she it was a collaboration between her and another lady, but they actually sold their business in 2008. They stopped designing, and I'm just trying to think who it is that does, I can't remember the website that does sell them, but these are readily available on eBay, which I believe is where I got my kit, but I got it ages ago. But there is lots of different rooms. So I am using the kit fabric and threads, and it was so old that the needle had rusted in the Ada. So let me just show you again. So I have started up at the top, but I'm doing the curtains to begin with. Quite a lot of colour changing, but quite therapeutic. So that's where I am at the moment. It's not going to be very big, but it will be framed so I can, yeah, so that bit won't show. I'm looking forward to getting down to the fireplace. Yeah, coming along. Then have any of you ever stitched a Barbara Thompson designs or any of the rooms? If you have, just let me know in the comments. I'm talking about cat stitching. This was also in my stash and I had to start it. Just trying to think what fabric this is. I'm not sure. So yes, I do. I've got the tag here. So this is, and this makes me laugh every time I look at it, it's Lindy Stitches Staying Warm. And I know that this was from Market as well last year, and I just had to get this one because it's hilarious and it's fun, whimsical, and has got cats in it. And look at that. I love their little feet and their little thin spindly legs, and her hair is amazing. So I'm stitching this on a piece of 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿 Maelstrom 14 count Ada. Oh, and by the way, the artwork for this is from a lady called Terry Runyon. Oh, I'll show you here. Terry Runyon. You want to follow her Instagram page, it's amazing. So I'm just using threads from Stash, and I have managed to get the top cat done. So next is the filling for her hair, which I am stitching down, and I'm using, what colour did I pick out for her hair? Golden Star from Classic Colourworks hair. It's got some variegation in it. So yeah, just love this project. Love the fabric. I love their Ada from 𝐥𝐤𝐿. It's not really stiff, not really a Picture This Plus soft, but just right. And the mottling is gorgeous. So I will have enough to do something else as well. So yes, and that's my cute, whimsical Lindy Stitches cat project. I want to stitch all the cats. Right, and I think we're at the last one, which is in another Made by Rachel bag. I got this as a Christmas gift from my husband. Well, I sent him the link to her page when she was having an update and said, oh, I do like this one. Big hint, hint. Look at that fabric. And the same fabric is on the back. And she's put a jingle bell. So in here, oh, and it came with a little notions bag as well, which I love. So I think this must be from the same fabric line. So in here is, I think I got it wrong in my last regular Flosstube, which is probably likely. This was my Christmas Eve start. So it's Christmas Bells Sampler by Heartstrings Samplery. And I started this on Christmas Eve. And this is a project that I am taking along to my stitch group, Lincolnshire Wold Stitchers, and it's the group that I set up last September, and we meet on the last Saturday of each month, 10:30 at Horncastle Library. So if you'd like to come along and you live near this area, near the Lincolnshire Wolds, you'll be very happy and welcomed. So I am stitching this on another Sparklies, 18 count, slightly nutty, quite appropriate. And it's got a sort of pinkish brown hue to it, and that's where I am at the moment. So I am taking this along to stitch group each month. I'm going to stitch the border first, and then I've got 2 cottage garden threads for the words, which say, I hear the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, wild and sweet the words repeat, peace on earth, goodwill to men. I love that. So yes, I've got 2 cottage garden threads for the words, so I'll probably, when I've done the border, show you which threads, and then you can tell me what you think. I'm stitching this, where's my little pouch here? In here, Emily got me the hands-on design cranberry Christmas sulky thread kit, well, not kit, set. So I'm using these. I'm stitching with 1 thread over 1 cross stitch hole for Ada, and they are stunning. I do have the cranberry Christmas chart as well, so I can use these threads for that. And then the silver is a silk. And I'm going to say something that's a bit controversial. I'm not sure I really like stitching with silk. No, so I'm using this little silk reel for the bells. So I do need to pull this out in between stitching meetups. So because I would like this done and framed and up for this Christmas. So I've done my usual top left start. So I might stitch on this today. So I will take a photo, because I forget to take starting photos so I can show you progress. So I will take a start photo of this one so you can see where I get to on my next floss tube. It's really nice to stitch along with the others in the group. We had 15 this time, which was amazing, and people are stitching on such different designs. It's really lovely to see. So it's nice to have that project that I know I'm going to stitch on each month for Stitch Meetup, Stitch Club, and I will try and pull it out in between Stitch Club to get some more stitches on it in the meantime. And I think that's it. Just to show you this, because it's next to me, a very, very dear friend sent me this cute card. I love it. It actually could go in my corner unit along with Emily's fox cushion. And she also sent this amazing dyed silk ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? That I'm going to use on a small as well, probably a spring one. So thank you, you know who you are. So let me just have a sip because my throat's dry from all this yakking. It's 55 minutes. Wow. So I hope you're all doing well and you're all enjoying your stitching. And I'm looking forward to seeing Emily next week. She has finished her pandemic, so I'll get her to pull that out. And I'll also get her to pull out the summer clothes Christmas gift that I stitched for her, that I actually framed myself. I was having kittens framing it, but I managed it. So I think that's all I've got to show you today. Quite a big catch up, and as I say, I'll be back with you next weekend for a little sister cross stitch chat. But until then, if you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and to enter to win, can't find where it is, the little stamp chart. Don't forget to put love in your comment below, and also tell me what you're stitching on and where you are in the world, because that really interests me. So until next weekend, stay happy, healthy and happy stitching, everyone. Bye.